Hi Virgo, here is a general look at your solar chart for May 2014. The sun's in a really good angle to your sun sign this month, but just a mention of a couple of longer running transits. You have, you may or may not know, Neptune in your opposite sign, and just a word in your ear that this can be a very inspiring time in your personal relationships. Like really you could click with such an incredible rapport with somebody, or indeed feel that they are your soul mate. Not all soulmates of course are here to walk with us through life, because we have many, as far as I have gathered in my life, but this is a time when you can really feel a great affinity with a certain special person, or indeed it can be that you are working in a deeper connection one-to-one with others, in a more healing way with others, a sensitive way with others, a empathic way with others. And it can also mean that you connect with your higher guidance, and that you do feel as though you have got a very real link with a discarnate helper or teacher or angelic being, or whatever it is. Having said all that, we do live in the material world, and Neptune in your opposite sign, Neptune is the least material and the most ethereal. It's the most muddled energy if we are coming at it from a materialistic sort of standpoint. You know, it can really lead us up the garden path. And you can have the wool pulled over your eyes very easily by somebody with Neptune here. I say easily, perhaps not easily, but you can. And you can become as well a prop for somebody else, you know, the supporter, the nurse, the savior, the doctor to their patient, you know, the savior to their kind of woundedness. So just be careful about that. That's all I wanted to say, really. And all will be well if you've separated the needy from the greedy, and you are realizing that that person that you are with is very much honoring your own wishes as well. And you early Virgos born in the first 10 days, or with oh God, my memory. Just excuse me a moment. So with 6 to 8 degrees rising, so if you've got Virgo rising, or the 29th to the 31st of August, you're going to feel that energy the most at the moment. So I just thought I'd have that little word in your ear about that. And also something else, which is Jupiter, which is the next least materialistic, in a way, planet. And Jupiter is helping you to grow and expand, and maybe feel support, and be the supporter through groups, through friends. And that's a year-long transit due to finish this coming July. And just very much dovetailing into a collective of others who've got certain interests in common, certain beliefs maybe in common, and it's very progressive. So doing anything online, you know, doing anything through the internet, that may be an idea. And you finding new friends that way, but also sharing a common outlook, sharing knowledge, and you gathering a lot of knowledge connected to a key group of others. And others may be looking to you as their guide as well, looking to you as their you know, friend in need, but it can be vice versa also. And you Virgos born in the middle part, the second 10 days of Virgo, are going to be feeling that one the most at the moment. You can find that written up on my website, actually, for you Virgo rising, because all of this will be on my website. But having said that about Jupiter, I just want to say that just now you've got Jupiter, well, we've all got Jupiter opposite Pluto, particularly over the first part of the month. So really, I would say that in order to fully partake of what Jupiter has on offer through new associations, friendships, in a very sort of future-orientated kind of a way, and with all friendships as well, you've got to let go of something. You're going to have to, you know, the price of it is that you're going to have to maybe let go of an old standpoint, an old belief. Maybe you're going to have to let go of an old resistance or fear. And you yearn maybe for a more intense interaction with someone, but it's got to be the right kind. It can't just be any old intense interaction. So, you know, what, you're not picky, are you? But no, seriously, you know, there's some intense interactions which really are not meant for you at all. But then there is this feeling of needing to have this kind of more real, more authentic interaction with others, and in a group, or indeed with a friend. And that friendship, of course, could blossom into something more. And just be aware of that over the first part of the month. So other news is that until the 21st, we've got the sun in a very outgoing, expansive area. It tends to raise the spirits and gets you thinking out of the routine box. Great time to get out and about more into areas you don't go to, and trying out new things, you know, really very much so, and just even almost challenging yourself to get outside of your comfort zone. And Mercury's there as well, focusing your mind more on anything which is unfamiliar, any new territories, those from a distance, travel, maybe schedules, timetables, that kind of thing to do with travel, maybe vehicles, transport. There's likely to be a breath of wind from further afield, and you're dialoguing together, maybe Skyping more, and being interested in their side of things, and then being interested in your take on things. And this is a great time also to consult with someone for their knowledge, their expertise, their advice, and vice versa, them consulting with you for your knowledge, expertise, and advice. Then Mercury moves out of there on the 8th, although the sun stays, and that means your mind will be more revolving around making plans, reaching out for your goals, more thinking about where you're going from here, with a plan, with a goal, or just in life. And also talking more maybe with the boss, the teacher, the authority figure, the official, having to deal with the red tape, that kind of thing more there. And again, being concerned perhaps with vehicles, travel, transport, and communications equipment as well, which is an ongoing thing for you because you do have Saturn in the area of communications equipment, and they can pose problems. Well, when don't they? But just a little bit more, or indeed you find them critical to your success in some way. And that communications equipment could be a vehicle. It doesn't have to be a computer, or a camera, or a phone. You know, it can be a vehicle as well. You find them necessary, but they're also problematical. That can be the way that one works. But anyway, so you'll be putting your mind more into long-term goals or short-term ones, and maybe having to be more mindful of what's going on with the communications equipment. And that's from the 8th until the 29th, when Mercury moves again. In the meantime, Venus at the very beginning of the month is in her favorite place, boosting all one-to-one relationships, close relationships, friendships, family relationships, but definitely a special someone could come into your life. And even when Venus moves from the 3rd into this area of deeper connections with others, again, you can feel very touched by somebody, and indeed you can sway their feelings as well. So you know, that can be great for in a romantic point of view, but also in other ways as well, for for leverage in negotiations, or in artistic projects. I mean, it's up to you how you use this, but it can mean that things can become a little bit more involved, and because that energy is coming at you from the 3rd onwards, then I would suggest to make sure before then that you are not going towards getting involved with somebody that you don't want to be involved with just because you're being nice, because of all this Neptune stuff going on in your chart, needy from the greedy and all that stuff. So just watch out for that one. Some of you may feel like shifting into more commitment though, because you realize that this relationship is a little bit more than just a casual one. You know, it ain't a drive-by. Also another way this can work is that you can do better financially. You can do better with shared possessions, shared monies, joint monies, that kind of thing. And somebody there to just help, maybe to help you out a bit, or maybe you're helping each other out a bit in those material sort of ways. From the 21st, you'll probably be taking certain targets or your overall direction more seriously. That's when the Sun comes into the same area as as Mercury will be, and you're thinking about your reputation, your image, how you're packaging yourself, how you're packaging something, the presentation skills, you know, that kind of thing. All of that could be emphasized, and until from late month. Then you'll be putting your head together with others on things. And Saturn, the long transit of Saturn, is challenging you to be to work more consistently and routinely at your communications skills. It's not just about typing, it can be about speaking, it can be about listening as well, how well you listen, how somebody feels as though you really are hearing them without putting the filter on of your own opinions or your own assumptions, or indeed this wonderful truth that you found that you want to impose on them. So yeah, and also it can mean that some of you quite seriously and consistently are working on your education in something, you know, getting educated, or putting out your own knowledge for others to educate them in some way. Communications equipment and vehicles sometimes, as I said before, can be problematical. Now, Mars is in a long transit of quite a materialistic area of your solar chart, and that Mars energy always wants to be busy doing and making decisions. So here and now you should be using this energy of Mars here to figure out what you need to do to improve the flow of money, but also to make the most of assets, whatever your assets are. And they can be, you know, like your veggie patch, or indeed your amazing ability in singing or art, or you know, anything really, you know, bicycle riding, hoverboard riding. No, they haven't quite got that one together yet, but I'm sitting waiting. I'm going to be the first one in the queue, in the line. So anyway, you need a more motivated, decisive approach, because Mars is in this area here, but do watch your step. Mars can be hasty and have you putting your hand in your pocket in a reckless kind of a way, so don't do that. And just be careful of racing ahead before you sort something through. Mars can also cause tension, so there might be somebody who's being a bit over the top and aggressive with you regarding money, property, resources, whatever they are, and there can be tensions there that need to be worked through somehow or another. And so just also remember that this area is indirectly related to health as well. So just maybe, prevention is better than cure. So this would be a good time to be seeing to any health problems, your own, somebody else's, and also looking at the diet and exercise and that type of thing. And that is actually it for May. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, then if you listen to the forecast for those will sort of add to or subtract from what I've said here, and you can synthesize those. And also it's all written up my website if you want to look at any details about which planets are influencing which dates of birth in your sign. And I'll see you the next time.